Well, hi guys, welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. My name is Sarah. If you are looking for home-style recipes made ketogenic, then you've come to the right channel. And tonight we're going to be making a soup, and it is going to be chicken parmesan soup. So come along with me and let's get started. So we are in October now, and things are getting colder. At least they are where we live. Basically, it's de-ice the windshield wiper area in the morning, and then sometimes you're still running the air conditioning at night. However, it is perfect for soup. This one is only going to take you about 15 minutes, and it will be ready to be on the table. So let me show you what you're going to need. So you are going to need some kind of Dutch oven or large pan in order to make your soup, and it's all going to be done on the stovetop. You could probably do this in a slow cooker if you wanted to. You're going to need 3 cups of cooked chicken. I've chopped mine up. I'm using a rotisserie chicken, but any kind of leftover chicken would also work, but it does need to be cooked. I'm using about 1/3 of a chopped white onion. You're going to need 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Each of these is about 14 ounces. So I have a bunch of Italian seasonings here. You can, of course, use whatever you like and use at home. I'm an aggressive seasoner. I like lots of seasoning. So I'm going to be using Italian seasoning, also some crushed red pepper. I have some homemade pesto here. I'm going to be using garlic and also a little bit of Johnny's garlic spread. I have some fresh basil that I'm going to be garnishing on the top. This is of course optional, but I'm going to be doing it because I love basil and I had some. You're going to need 4 cups of chicken broth, chicken stock. They're basically the same. You could use beef if you didn't have beef. It's just going to make the base of our soup. And then you also need 2 cups of regular water. Now the final ingredient is completely optional, but this is the Pastabilities low-cal pasta. It is on the low-carb side. It's always linked in our Amazon favorites. I'm using the penne. They also make a ruffled one, which we've used in the past, but it will be linked below. It is a lower carb pasta, and I have about 2 cups here. You can omit this if you don't want to use anything like that. Alternately, you could make pasta on the side for the carb eaters in your family and just serve this soup over. So you are going to start with a little bit of oil in your Dutch oven because we're going to be sauteing our onion and our garlic. I'm going to put my chopped onion in. And we are just going to let this cook a bit and get a bit translucent and fragrant, probably 3 to 5 minutes. I'm also going to put my garlic in. Now I am going to use about 3 cloves. Mine is minced, that I've minced up myself. You could use powder if you don't have fresh. I'm also going to go ahead and add my other seasonings into my sauteing onion. So I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in there. I'm using my Johnny's garlic spread. I'm using a little bit of Chef Paul's Pizza and Pasta Magic. A little bit of crushed red pepper because we like it a little spicy. Of course, you can omit that if you don't. And then a little bit of my homemade pesto. The reason I make my own pesto is because most of the jarred pestos that you're able to find in the grocery store use sunflower oil. And I prefer that it be made traditionally with olive oil. The 3% Italian I have in my genetics does not permit sunflower oil. All right, so that is all of our onions, garlic, and seasoning. We're going to go ahead and put our chicken broth and our water in. You do want 4 cups of your chicken broth, and this particular container is 4 cups. I'm also going to go ahead and put my tomatoes in. They have juice in them, and just go ahead and throw them all in with the juice. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a low boil, and I'm going to put our low-cal, low-carb pasta in there. If you're not going to be using any pasta, you don't need to do that. You can just go ahead and simmer this for a bit. But I am going to bring this to a low boil and add my pasta, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have brought the ingredients up to a low boil, and I'm going to go ahead and put the low-cal pasta in there. If you, like I said, if you're not going to use it, then you can just go ahead and skip this step. But I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 8 minutes. If you are not going to be using the pasta, go ahead and cover it, put it on a simmer, and let it cook for 8 minutes. Okay, it has been 8 minutes. If you are using the low-cal pasta, this is your next step. Even if you're not using it, you will have simmered your soup for about 8 minutes. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add our cooked chicken, and we are going to put a lid on it and let that come up to temperature, and then it will be ready to garnish and eat. Okay, I'm just going to put a lid on it, and we're going to let it come to temperature so that the chicken is the same temperature as our soup, and then it will be ready to eat. Okay, we have brought our chicken up to temperature, and our chicken Parmesan soup is now ready. I'm going to plate it, or bowl it in this case, and put our toppings, and I'll show you how I do that. Smells good. So there it is. Looks beautiful. Okay. I'm just going to ladle it into our bowls. Okay. Okay, so now the best cheesy part. I have Italian blend cheese here, and I'm going to be very liberal with the cheese. And you could actually broil this if you were so inclined. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more seasoning. And then I am going to be putting my fresh basil on at this point. And there it is. There is our chicken Parmesan soup. All right, here it is, our delicious chicken Parmesan soup. And we're gonna have a taste test.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, let's see how this tastes.
Okay.
So I must be a stew person, because when you were ladling this up out of the thing, I'm thinking, man, that's a lot of juice.
It's soup.
So yes, it's soup. It's not a stew.
No.
But I think I must be a stew person.
That's what you have in your head?
Yes.
Okay.
Stew and soup, there is a difference.
Yes.
All right, so let's see how this tastes. I'll get some of the pasta with it.
Okay.
Since we used it. That's really flavorful. Wow, that's good. And I'm not saying that just because I've been gone for 15 days.
Because you've missed home-cooked meals really bad.
Oh, yeah, I certainly have. No, this is really flavorful. Good seasoning on it. I hope people aren't afraid of seasoning. But this is really, really flavorful. Looking forward to eat it. I like the pasta. I know it's not like zero carb, but it's minimal.
Yeah, the amount of servings it serves is
Yes.
a lot. This makes a
Yes.
lot of soup.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think it's good. Using the rotisserie chicken, we had to go all over town to find one.
We had to go to another town.
Yeah, we had to go to another town to find one, but anything for the tube. So, anyway, very flavorful, easy to make. I don't think you can make it any easier.
Nope.
Unless it was in a can.
Or I came to your house and did it for you.
Yes. And maybe we'll start doing that for people.
Sarah on wheels.
Yes. Anyway, good job, baby. Thanks for making it. Bye-bye.
Bye.